Hey everybody, this is PD from the Spinner Rack, and today I'm going to talk to you after a long hiatus. I'm going to talk to you about some original art that just showed up at Heritage Auctions. Now, if you want to go to Heritage Auctions, they have a lot of collectibles on there, and they have comic books and comic book original art, which is what I primarily go there. But they also have very cool movie posters, like old movie posters that are up there. So it's definitely something that you should check out. It's definitely something cool that I enjoy going to. And what else I want to say? Let's just go to it. We've talked about it a little bit. Let me just share the screen and go to it, right? So here is just ha.com. That's Heritage Auctions, the world's largest collectibles auctioneer. If you go here, they have a backlog of original art on their site that you can go through and look at and see the stuff that you missed that you didn't get a chance to buy and look at the prices. I think more recently, I think it was Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man page, Amazing Spider-Man 229. That was a big hit on here. And we have a page of an old page of, oh, I'm jumping the gun, right? So we have this old page of Fantastic Four issue 255. And here, this one sold in 2010. I remember when it sold for $8,400, which was pretty expensive, but they're asking, if you want to ask the offer for it, they're asking almost over like $26,000. So, it was well worth the price if you could get that next price. But right now, I'm pretty sure you could. But here, this is the classic period of John Byrne inking his own work. I think there's less underdrawing. There's a lot of work when he went straight to close to probably a minimal layout, but it's close to straight to inks that you can get from 1983. And this is the issue where Reed Richards is dead. And as a kid, when you read this book, when they tell you that the character died, even though it's a monthly title, you're really worried about them dying. And you have here Byrne sort of, this is like one of the great periods of this thing and of him inking. And he would do a new corner box every time. But the other thing you see on this Heritage thing, they don't just give you this size. Right now, this is only at 28%. When you click on it, you get to see all the details. I guess it's by a photo or a scan, and you get to see so much detail on this thing. And you get to see, I don't know if this is close to real size, but this is really classic and a great way to see the original art. And there's other great sites like Comic Art Fans and whatnot. But this one, because Comic Art Fans has a lot of art pages from all over. This one just has the stuff that they've auctioned, but what they have is really great. So let's go to it. So now, since that happened well over 10 years ago, I'm not sure if it's the same person who sold this first page, but as of right now, they have the entire rest of the issue on their site, right? So if you look at their site, and this one you don't need to sign up for. Like right now, I'm signed up in this thing, and I can see. But when I go do the search for something that's just about to go to auction, that they open for bidding, and around in about by next, was it in March 12th, they open this up for bidding. And it's auction number 7242. And obviously it's the same way, like I guess it feels like it's the same way eBay works, but it's less action packed. It doesn't play sort of games, but you have the entire issue here on this, and I've culled it down to just that issue. So we're gonna try to read this as if we were looking at the comic page, right? So, and then that's the other thing. When you click on it, you get this nice highlight of the page, right? So the same way I looked at that other page, you can do each individual page, right? But they also have another thing. They have the full page and they also have some of the blurbs that were added later, right? So this is like really cool. And then you double click on it, you get to see a large scan of it. And then you full size it, it goes right in there. You get to see a little bit of the grid that he put down there, a little bit of underdrawing and stuff like that. Not really pencils, but we have we have this thing where we get to see like the original page as is. This is sort of Byrne doing not that, sorry. Doing Frank Miller's Daredevil, but putting Daredevil in the day, right? Having Daredevil travel around in the day, right? So we got to check that out. Will it allow me to do that? I think it will. So this is the cool thing. Now, if I look through it here, they also have this auction. They allow you to look through it this way. And I think I can look through it this way and get the book in order. So we're going to try this as best we can. And we get to see that. I'm going to just quickly click through this stuff. And this one is a little harder to see, but at the same time, that's what you get when you're getting these nice, really nice scans of the book. You get to see, and this is one of the rare moments. I mean, Byrne has drawn Daredevil in the 80s. I guess it's probably 4 issues that he's done him. He's done him like at least twice in the Fantastic Four, once in the Avengers. So let's get out of that. We get this nice page of Daredevil. We also get the little blurbs that were added later. So yeah, I like to stick to the format where you get to see all of the page. So as you go through, see they have these 2 ways of seeing it. You get to see it. And yeah, it's just it's a really nice period, nice thing of different line weights that Byrne is doing on his art. They'll get Daredevil to pop out. And this, I'm not sure how much it's going to go, but it would be interesting to see how much all these pages go for, because there's a lot of them, and that might lessen sort of the price of it. But this is, let's see, let's keep going. Like, see this, it's just really some really nice stuff. Franklin, they finally got it. Alicia and Franklin, they finally got it, and people were like, I think they felt that they weren't going to make it out alive. It seems, and then you have this caption, this dialogue thing that Balloon was brought on later. It's still keeping it in order. Yeah, so we got Annihilus. He's messed with Alicia. This feels like it's it for Alicia. Annihilus, and he decides he's gonna go even worse. Like this is like, if you like his inks on the FF before this I think took it to another level. I think a lot of people like the period earlier, but this is like, I mean, come on. It's really good stuff, right? And then another thing, playing off of almost the Darth Vader aspect of the character. And I'll go to the full page format. At least she's able to see his real face. But nope, she's blind. Oh, this is where you look at Bernie like he's just the worst. Look how did he do this to this character? And then we get to see a small glimpse of Annihilus' face, but not the whole thing. And I promised you a terrible death, female, and now I shall fulfill that promise. So it's like, that's it. We knew Byrne, the rumor mill, that he was going to take out Alicia. But I'm going to leave you hanging on that. That's not going to happen at this point. At this point, we're going to jump. Look at this. This looks like he might have freehanded this background here. That's pretty cool. I guess that would be the Baxter Building right here. That's pretty cool. Then, basically like sort of a wide shot, we're going out to space, all that. And we meet our heroes that we saw the cover. Reed is mindless. And look at the detail. Look at the faces now. Um, Ben is turning into the starfish. He's morphing into it slowly. He's still got some muscle type in him, but he's slowly morphing. And I think the torch is like perfect on every page. Look how hot, like Sue's gorgeous. And then of course, let's go to this book. I think had at least four splash pages, and one of those was a double splash page. Mantracora is taking Reed's mind to fuel his ship. He needed all these minds. Reed is out. You see Ben, he got a little bit of muscles going on here, but he's turning into a starfish, just the same way like Ben morphed way back in the days. He slowly morphed into the Rocky format that we found. And we got this crazy alien. I think this was based off an alien that they met during Byrne's run with Marv Wolfman. And this alien remembered Reed, knew he was smart as hell, and said, "This is the mind I need that'll take me off of this planet," right? And then let's get out of this. Then see, this is what I said. The torch, like every shot of the torch is gorgeous. Like, look at this. A nutty alien. The little 3D effect going on here. Having Torch's feet outside of the page. Defensive for not in their element. They use the invisible shield. And of course, the alien's still trying to get away. The alien's like, "That's not going to stop me. Look at me. I can walk on the ceiling." And this, of course, is in the negative zone. So this is, the point is, the weirder, the better. Right? So it's not supposed to be just a regular humanoid alien. This is an alien type alien. Look at this. I love the Byrne wides. They're trying to get in a little bit of detail. Ben still got some muscles. And then he stops the alien. Look, he did it. He finally stopped the alien. And then, of course, that didn't work. Now, did they piecemeal this up? I didn't know we were going to get this entire book online, but this entire book is online. You can see every page. The auction isn't set, but it's getting ready to go. I think some of these things are going to be like hot sellers. And this had no heroes on it, but look at it. Like, this is up there with that shot of Galactus in the 2 issues later that's on this auction. So there's a lot of gorgeous pages, a little curvature of the earth in there in the background. I don't even know what to say. This is Byrne doing sort of pure sci-fi. And then, of course, from nothing, Reed appears. He is Reed Richards, right? And this is, look at the effect to give you the sort of, it's being instance, not actually the narrator. This is actually Reed being the narrator. And he's some sort of character, he's stuck in this thing right now where we don't know what he is, but he's still alive, thankfully. Like, he somehow found a way out. Right? So this is going better than I expected. Like, thank you, Heritage Auctions. You've made it so simple, right? And this would be, I guess you could say, make sure you can see the spaceship. Nothing tied against it. It's blasting off and flying off this way. And you get to see some of the zero-G effects, the little Star Trek action here. And Ben gets to show off his talents. When they first put this stuff up, a lot of the stuff that was in from production was on top of the pages, and when they reorganized this, they cleaned it up so you could look at the pages without these sort of production effects that were added later, right? So we're almost through with this. Are we halfway through? And as I said, Torch, every page of Torch on is gorgeous, but the FF is just killing it. The classic outfits, the alien is doing his thing, and he has a way he's gonna flush the FF out into space, right? That's it for the FF, of course. But something nutty happens. Oh, holy sheep dip. Gravity's gone. And of course, Sue is ready for it. A really nice shot of Sue. Almost all the shots of Sue are gorgeous. And the alien's out of control. And then Reed is taking control of the vessel. And the alien has no idea how this happened. So Reed explains, you're defeated by your own greed. You already had enough psi energy within your ship. You know, it's like a man trying to fill a sack with more than it would hold. You just felt compelled to steal one more mind. And then he can still win. And of course, Reed has total control. The Torch gets there right on time. Nope, it's actually late. Reed says, and Torch is like, you can't believe it. They thought he was dead. We all thought he was dead, right? But the alien gets away. But this ship is so old that Reed told him the pod was unsafe. They no, come on. Do not attempt to frighten me, Richards. I am beyond your grasp now. Wait, what? Classic. The villain gets it. The villain gets what he or she, whatever it was, deserved. Right? The Torch, they can't believe it. Reed is still there. But Sue, of course, is worried about the present day. How do we get you back into your body? Well, this is the Fantastic Four. Reed, of course, has a plan, right? And he's got a little device that's on his head that helps him connect his mind back to his body, a cyber helmet, right? But they realize that their access to the negative zone tunnel is gone. But there is one way, a nice classic shot of the thing, right? And then I think this would be the fourth splash page. And this classic thing that we've always seen Kirby do, the actual dimensional interface of the negative zone between Earth and where matter meets antimatter, where everything that comes in contact with each other just gets destroyed. There's so much energy being expelled. This is sort of a redo of a page Kirby did where they're looking for Reed in what's the name, but this has it in a different way. It's cool. You get to see the thing. You get to see them, even though they're not staring the camera. We get to see a nice shot of the Fantastic Four, and then of course the annihilation gambit. That's where we find out if who's that guy? We find out if Alicia's killed. We go to the Avengers, see how the Avengers are doing on Earth, because we saw Daredevil just struggle with the barrier that he ran into when he was going around the city, right? So this is Heritage Auctions. This is the first video I've done. I'm glad that they had so much stuff on there that you could look at and enjoy. And what else? Is there anything else there's nobody checking it out? But I think that's about it. Go and check it out. And if you're one of those guys that likes to buy original art, it's up there. It's probably going to be steep, but Spinnerack out.